Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the 5th episode. This will be the end of the first half of Night at the Clue-seum.
We've been learning so much in this place.
Yeah, what have we done? We've broken into a museum trying to find this missing girl. We've gone into a magical archaeological dig, a magical room of magnification, and a magical hospital. And now we're out, and we don't know where we're going yet.
We have saved and murdered so many things.
We've been doing great. Every episode we have an audio escape room that for this season is being designed and run by a guest game master and played by me and Danny. And this episode we have returning to the show, the second time being a guest game master, we have game designer Alec Gray. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me back.
We're very excited to have you. I don't know if last time you were on the show, we could call you game designer Alec Gray.
No, I think last time was 3 years ago, which is very scary to think about. And yeah, that was before I'd properly published anything.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I say properly published. It is up on my itch account, which is Valinius Publications at itch.io, which is VULLINIUS.
Yes, there'll be a link in the show notes if people want to check it out. But yeah, you've done some. Like, how would you describe the things that you've done?
So I've done 2 small RPGs. I've done one called Having the Time of Our Deaths, which is sort of a horror comedy thing because when I was playing Vampire the Masquerade with friends, it devolved into what we do in the shadows quite a lot. So I was like, why don't we just have a system where we can just do this? And I've got another one called Hag Race, which is kind of, again, sort of comedy horror thing. And it's about you're all little girls who are slowly turning into hags and you have to cause as much mayhem as possible without getting caught.
That's
I think
amazing.
They're both very good like setups for small RPG games. I also really love the title Hag Race. I think it's very evocative and it works very well. So yeah, if people want to check those out, there's a link in the show notes. Go and check them out and buy 100 copies each. But we're not here to play any of those games. We're here to play an escape game.
Yes.
We're very excited for you to be the next guest game master for Clue-seum. But we're talking escape rooms. It has been a few years since you've been on, as you said. Is there any update to your escape room experience?
Not really. I've sort of just been chugging along with them. I try and do escape rooms, but I live in quite a rural area, so there's not really any nearby. So I kind of have to just wait until I go on holiday somewhere, and then it's about sort of organising things. So I've done a few. I do maybe sort of like one every 6 months, which isn't bad.
No, that's great.
Yeah, nothing too exciting.
That's what being an adult is about. Once every 6 months is regular, therefore it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
Well, then this is escape rooms in a tabletop role-playing style, and we've sort of already touched on this with the stuff that you've been doing as Valinius Productions. What is the updates, other than the ones you've designed, to your tabletop role-playing experience?
So I'm still playing a lot of tabletop games. For my work, I'm a youth worker, so I do run, I think I've got 3 groups now of young people with additional needs playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is really fun. It's always really exciting to sort of see the characters they come up with, and also just from like a work standpoint, like it's really beneficial to kind of help people with communication and sort of emotional regulation when you're doing things like it's not you that's in danger, it's the character that's in danger, but you can still work through that and process that. And yeah, I just think RPGs are so beneficial to young people.
I always like that. There's a lot of, I think there is a good overlap of those worlds. You see a lot like
I
people
definitely
doing
noticed,
RPGs
I feel
with
like
young people.
a lot of the people that we've talked to and corresponded with via email work with young people.
But even stuff like, I know there's like people who do this as a thing to like do run tabletop role-playing sessions for like prisoners in rehabilitation and all this other stuff, and ways to give people somewhere to fuel a lot of energy and focus and growth. And I don't know, it's an interesting world.
Yeah.
Do the same thing with escape rooms. So probably avoid a prison theme when you're running them for prisoners.
Yes. And honestly, I think it would probably be really good for that. I actually first got into the audio escape rooms by doing it for the young people. So, yeah.
All right. Well, look, we're very excited to try this next room. We don't know. Can we make a guess, Danny, you and me, right now?
Oh, well, we were trying to speculate at the end of the last podcast.
What do we think?
Where we'd be? Yeah, get that map out.
If we're looking at this escape map, we've done...
We just left 7.
Yes, we just left 7. We've done 4, 8, and 7. I think we might be going into a world of taxidermy. That's my guess.
I'm looking forward to it. So you think we're going sort of up and right on this map? I would assume that we'd be going to 6 in that sort of corner.
We could be
The
going to the
horticulture.
Mushnick Hall of Horticulture.
But I guess we'll
Honestly,
find out.
we could be going anywhere.
That's
so
true.
let's have a look. We'll find out. All right. Alec,
I'm also trying to think based on Alec talking a lot about horror comedy. Which
Oh,
of
you're
those
right,
feels
okay.
more horror comedy?
Horror comedy. That sounds like
The
the
one that's
Mushnick
got,
Hall.
well, I don't know, taxidermy, yes,
taxidermy.
but the one that's got a Little Shop of Horrors reference, it could easily go either way.
We'll just be going to the Jeep Hall of Scientific Progress.
Jeep,
We're completely
the
wrong.
biggest horror comedy of them all.
Well, we'll find out.
Yep.
Right
now.
What if the McFly,
Right
Danny?
now.
What if the McFly Hall of Transportation is a play on the fly, and it's
Oh.
teleportation, and that's the horror, and it's all been a Cronenberg body horror from the beginning. We'll
I'm
find
into
out,
that.
Danny. We'll find out.
I
Can
can
you
see
stop
that
trying to
happening.
speculate and
Yeah.
just let the room happen? Alec, are we all good to go? Are you ready to whisk us
Yes.
away? All right, let's
Yeah,
do
so-
it.
Yeah, so as you walk forward, you do notice that the door to the Hall of Taxidermy slowly creaks open.
And you walk right past to the McFly Hall of Transportation.
You head inside. You were in the museum earlier, walking around, and to be honest, this room was a bit boring. It's just rows of taxidermy animals, a few facts about them. There's not really a proper interactive kids bit or anything. There's just this table with activity books. But, Eve had a good time running around, looking at all the stuff. But yeah, so as you can see from the map,
Stuff.
the room is a plus shape. There's different types of animals in each section. So the arm you've just walked into is the mammal section. Glass tanks along the walls. Some are occupied, some aren't. When you walked in earlier, there was a large fake tree and a grizzly bear standing there ready to scare people coming in. But the plinth is now empty. The tree's still there, but
Well,
there's
that's not
just
good.
there's just a shop mannequin. There is also a small table next to the plinth that has the activity books. The arm of the plus to your left is where the fish are kept, and to the right is reptiles, but you can't see either clearly from where you're standing. And on the arm opposite is the bird exhibit and some stairs up to a balcony which has insects.
I'm just labeling all these areas. I will also make a note. Missing bear, which is never good.
Hmm.
We've got some stuff to look at right next to us, or we could start going to other sections. Do you want to start?
Are we?
Are we happy to start looking? And
Yep, I have said everything you can see from where you're standing.
great.
All right.
Do you want to look, closely at the mammal section, or do you want to just start getting a look at every single section?
Yeah, I think that staying in the mammal section might be the safest. We can tiptoe. Our scent can be covered by any other mammals that might have wandered through here. And I feel like if a bear is going to eat anything, it's probably going to go for the fish first. So I'd stay in the mammal section.
All right. Well, then we've got, by my reckoning, a door, a mannequin, a tree, and a table.
And some glass tank, so some glass cases.
Oh,
I don't know how important the glass is.
Well, what are you going to look at?
This feels like a turn back around because I don't know how likely it is that we're going to be able to get back here when we want to.
So look at
If
the
we're
door.
being chased. So let's look at the door.
You turn around to look at the door, and you swear you just walked through this, but as you spin around, all you see is a smooth blank section of wall.
Oh no! All right, well that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine until we need to run somewhere.
Well, let's have a look at this activity table.
Wait, bears can't climb stairs, can they?
Bears can't climb stairs.
Notoriously.
They can't run. They also can't go through doors if we find one. And they don't know what glass is, so we'll be all right.
All right, sweet.
Let's check out the activity table.
You walk up to the table. It's quite low down for the kids to reach it, and it's piled high with these little cheap puzzle books. And as you get closer, a strange wind seems to pick up, and the books sort of seem to swirl and whirl, and as they blow away, they seem to dissolve. You're able to just catch one of the pages, and you see it is halfway through transforming when you grab it. And I'm going to send you 2 links. One is halfway through transforming, one is completely transformed. And it is turning into a strange old scroll.
That's
Danny,
cool,
it's got-
but really rude.
It's got kind of Alice in Wonderland energy. This okay,
and
if there's
everything in Alice
any-
in Wonderland was really rude.
If there is any room that we're going to meet a little dog with a brush for a face, cleaning the path away, just doing its job, this is the room. All right. For people who are playing along at home, you can see these notes in the show notes below. But we've got this mid-transformation scroll, which I find really interesting.
This is interesting.
Because I was thinking, why would we get this?
So yeah, at the top, we don't have much of it left when it's mid.
I said we should do the full scroll first.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's just like the top is changing as it goes. So I think it'll help if we look at the full scroll, the half scroll. But let's first of all get an idea of what the full scroll looks like. So the full scroll is a spell of creation.
Yeah, and it's got 3 steps to do that tells us how to do a spell of creation, I guess. So 1 is hold this scroll tightly.
2 is perform the action or hold the object you wish to impart onto the world.
And 3, speak the word aloud.
To reverse, do the same with the created object.
Huh, okay.
Okay, so that's how to do the spell of creation. But as it changed, we caught a glimpse of what was on this page before. And instead of saying spell of creation, underneath it says...
In much less, fancy old school text.
This is the old stuff from the activity
Yeah, this is kid writing.
Connections. Homophones are words that sound the same as another word, but have a different meaning. Can you connect the homophones?
Oh.
Are there homophones in this spell of creation?
I mean, there are some words, I don't see homophones to each other, but for example, aloud in step 3, that's definitely a homophone.
You
It's
could
got
be
a homophone.
So this is aloud as in say it aloud, but it could be aloud as in permitted.
Could be.
Are there others?
I wonder. Hold, I suppose, technically, could be.
Technically, to have in your hand or to wait.
Yep. These can be very scary puzzles. Let's say Alec right off the bat. I'm glad you're not American, because doing homophone puzzles with people with American accents is a nightmare for us.
There's some vowel you don't think is going to be the same. They're like, this is the same vowel, you fool. Perform the action.
Or is definitely.
Or is a homophone.
It's got so many homophones.
Like
you, two.
You is a homophone. 2 is a homophone.
See, and I don't have to worry about the word do like I would if I were in America.
You're right.
But interesting.
World is a homophone.
Oh,
Both
it is
a world
too.
and something has been
Whoa.
that's an action. I whirl something.
Oh,
It's been
man.
whirled.
Okay, well, fortunately, connecting them, I could try to draw lines between those things, but that doesn't make much sense. Or
No.
Underline them or do something, but I'm not sure yet.
No, and also we don't know what we would want to create if
Exactly.
we used a spell of creation.
Very true.
I do not hold the scroll tightly. I limply hold the scroll to make sure that I don't accidentally do the spell.
I put it in my pants waistband because I don't
Exactly.
have pockets.
And I'm assuming there's nothing else with this area. Has the whole table disappeared?
Yeah, the table is completely empty. You have a look round and there's nothing sort of carved into it, written on it. It's just a table.
Great. Do you think it would be a good idea to look at the formerly bare plinth? Because I can't remember, silly old me, what sort of bearware we might be in for.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
go
there's
back.
some info.
Let's go back to the plinth that apparently now has a mannequin on it, but we can look at the whole plinth.
So you go up to the plinth. There's sort of the fake tree and the mannequin are both stood there. The mannequin sort of bundled up very tightly. It's got a little woolen hat, woolen scarf, big puffy jacket on, like it's sort of dressed for winter.
Okay.
That's unfortunate,
Why?
because that makes me worry about polar bears, and they're the worst ones.
Oh, no. If we have a look at the clothes on the mannequin, are they searchable in any sneaky way? Is there something in its wintry pockets?
Yeah, you can have a look through the pockets. Nothing seems to change. But you notice that as you get close to the mannequin, the scroll that's tucked into your pants does seem to warm slightly.
Ooh.
I'm worried that if we take off the clothes of this mannequin, hence making it bare, it will become a bear.
Oh, God.
That's a homophone.
That's not a lie.
That's a spell homophone.
That's very frightening.
I'm a little scared.
I'm very scared.
Well, let's look at the tree. Let's avoid our problems and look at the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tree is, you can't quite tell what type it is. It's some kind of cheap plastic that's kind of vaguely all trees. But someone has carved something into it.
I appreciate the all tree type of tree. Makes me
Yeah.
feel better about my lack of botany.
For people at home, you can see what has been carved onto this tree.
Ooh.
The letters carved on it. Danny, do you want to describe this?
It's It's all the letters, or at least almost all the letters. I haven't done a count, but I can see many of the letters of the alphabet on here. I think Bill's doing a quick jump through to see if they're all there. Not quite.
Ooh, I think there's only 25 letters. So
I
what
don't
do we
see
have?
a Z.
Yeah, because there's A and B and C
Okay,
and
this
D
could
and
take
E
a
and
while.
F and G and H
But
and I and J and K
Anyway,
and
while
L
Bill is going through
and
that,
M
what
and
I'm
N,
seeing
P
here
and
is
Q and I
if
and
there
S
is a pattern to how these letters
and
are
V
arranged, it's
and
not
X and Y.
obvious. Like some of them look like they're sort of forming a small circle. They look like there
Yes.
could be sort of shapes
There is a
going
separate
on.
circle made out of just NOPQRS.
Yeah.
But that implies the rest are in order, but they're not. Like at the top, it's just a U by itself, and then there's like an EV coming down and right from it. TBC is right there. Then DFG is sort of diagonally down from all of those. There's a big A in the center. They're just sort of jumbled around. It looks like that circle
it
is
looks
important.
intentionally jumbly around, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this was just thrown onto paper the way I do things.
But I don't know what to do with these letters on the tree.
Not yet.
Unless there's something to do with the homophones and joining things up, but like
Oof.
connecting and spelling bear and bear on
Yeah,
a tree, but that's layers. And no Z. Is no Z a homophone? Zedless?
I'll be haunted by it for a while. That's good to
Okay.
know.
And yeah, were there glass displays here in the
Yeah, was there
mammal
further
section?
glass for us to look?
There are, yes. Most of them are full, and looking around, you notice that 2 of them are empty.
Is there anything? Are they labelled in any way?
So, having a look, you can see that the labels seem to have been worn off. You can see sort of patches of glittery handprints covering them, which could, yeah, probably Eve. And you can see a little bit of descriptions of the animal remains. One says, similar to a rabbit, this larger, and then it's cut off. And the
Okay.
other one says, also known as a bobcat due to the tuft of black hair on the ears, and then that's cut off.
No, I'm not good at bobcats.
This is a bit of outside knowledge, but because you were here
that's
earlier
okay.
looking around the museum, if you really don't know, you will remember from earlier in the day.
Absolutely, but let's speculate.
Similar to a rabbit,
It's gonna
but
be a
bigger,
hair.
which
I
is also
told you
a
that I drew a
homophone.
fat rabbit. Yes, that makes me feel
Homophone
good about it.
hair.
I told you I drew a fat rabbit, and that was for a reason. I knew.
And I'm assuming the thing that is similar to a bobcat but is also a homophone might be a lynx.
Oh, that's exciting. Does that feel like it matches our memory?
Yeah,
Hey,
from your
well
memory, you're pretty
done.
sure that's what was in the tanks.
Now, does lynx have a Y? L-Y?
The animal has a Y.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. That's all right.
Chain links, they don't have they have an I actually, and also a K and an S.
It's just I don't think I've ever written it down before.
Sausage
and-
links,
Oof.
same spelling as the chain. The
Good to know.
deodorant, same spelling as the bobcat.
Ah,
Well, not a bobcat, but similar.
all right. Well, I'm not that afraid of hairs jumping around. I'm worried for it.
Okay, it
But-
feels like we should try and put these things in order with our spell of creation. Like we've got bear, we've got hair, we've got lynx. We don't like. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but maybe we should. Like, what is this spell of creation? It's hold the scroll, perform the action, or hold the object you wish to impart onto
So,
the world.
for example, if we wanted
we
a hair, we could just hold our
hold
own
our
hair,
hair
and
and
because
the scroll.
the spell of creation is stupid, it won't
Yeah,
understand.
and speak the word aloud, and then for the mannequin, we could like take its clothes off to bear it to the world.
That seems reasonable. Now, the problem is, why do we want to do these things right now?
Because they're there.
I will happily experiment with the hair.
Wasn't that what Edmund Hillary said about climbing Everest? Because it was there.
I don't know if it was.
No, I don't think
Hillary
that was
or
him.
not.
Okay, well, let's give it a try. Let's do the simplest one. Can we go to where the missing large rabbit is?
Mm.
Can we hold the scroll of creation? Or the spell
George
of
Mallory,
creation?
not Edmund Hillary, you idiot.
Which one was George Mallory? What did he do? Did he also do Everest?
Yeah, he wanted to climb Everest at least. I don't know if he did.
And just because it was there?
Yeah,
See,
he
exactly.
was there because it's there.
Well, we're
reportedly.
just like the Mallorys of escape rooms. Can I go
yeah,
over
he
to...
participated in expeditions to Everest, but that was in the 20s, so I guess he
Didn't do it.
didn't do it. He was near the summit when he disappeared.
Oh, poor Mallory.
Oh no, yeah, he and his climbing partner. Whoops. Sorry. Edmund Hillary came up on New Zealand Taskmaster yesterday, and so I was reading his entire Wikipedia page.
Entirely fair.
All right.
He seems great.
Can we grab the spell of creation, the scroll of
Yep.
creation, hold it tightly, walk over to where the missing hair is, hold a chunk of our own hair.
Which is notably missing after 2 rooms ago. It's quite patchy.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do it to my hair, not Danny's. And if we're the same person, then I'll have to hold my half of the head. Hold the hair in my hand, scroll in my other hand, and then say, hair!
You feel magic sort of bubble up around you for a second, and then it seems to fizzle out. You think you've got the right idea here, your hair doesn't seem quite right.
Okay.
Okay, not my hair.
All right. We'll need to... We'll
The
need
mannequin, does the mannequin have hair?
You take the hat off, and as you bare the mannequin's head, you do feel the scroll getting warmer, but it's still not got any hair.
Okay,
What?
well, let's do the bear then. Maybe the bear has hair.
Bear?
Let's continue to remove the clothing of the mannequin.
I don't want the bear!
While, and as we do, go bear, 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 bear.
With each piece of clothing you remove and each word you chant, the scroll gets hotter and hotter until finally the mannequin and the clothes all seem to warp and meld together, and then whoop, there is a large grizzly bear stood in front of you.
Now, when you say there is a large grizzly bear, how alive is this bear?
It looks down at you.
Oh,
and
no.
It sort of snuffles your head for a second, and then it just kind of settles back down
Ah.
against the tree.
Oh, boy.
It looks like it's fine with you being there.
Great.
Oh, I don't love this.
No, it's fine. We summoned a bear. This is okay.
Bears worry me.
Danny is just taking some time to draw a bear.
Making it as cute as possible for a big, scary bear.
It's a pretty good picture of a bear.
It is a very cute bear. Unfortunately, it has fur rather than hair.
It doesn't have
Yeah,
hair.
Come on.
Okay, well,
We need a pig. That's what we need.
we need something with links. We need something with hair. Our hair doesn't count.
Oh,
The
a
tree's
pig
got-
can also give us sausage links.
Well, let's keep wandering around, shall we? Maybe we need to leave this area and
Oh,
explore. expand.
absolutely. And I know it won't do much good, but I'm gonna try to block this section off with the activities table just as much as possible.
Fun.
The activities table is quite small. You kind of put it.
I know
put
it
in the
won't be
mid-
effective, and yet.
Yeah.
Let's
You
head over-
drag it to the middle. It just kind of sits there.
Let's head over to the fish. Maybe we can find a fish to placate a bear if it ever unplacates itself.
Perfect.
Let's go to the fish section.
Yeah. So as you walk towards the middle of the plus and turn, you see that the entire fish room appears to be underwater.
Oh no!
There are fish swimming in the air, a piece of
Oh.
paper floating near the ceiling, bubbles rising up from the floor. You kind of stick a hand in, stick your face in, walk in, and you can breathe. You don't feel wet. It's just really weird in here. The walls are coated with pipes. They're sort of swirling and writhing. There's so many of them. There's a small gap which you can just look through to see a door and a sort of streak of glitter on the door handle. There is a valve in the middle of this mess of pipes. There is a chain wrapped around one of the pipes. And there's a bird sort of sat
Oh.
near the top, occasionally sort of diving into the water, poking the fish, but it doesn't seem to be able to do anything to them. You don't
shouldn't
recognize the
be
bird.
here.
It's grey and white, black head, red beak, but you don't know what it is.
Okay, so we have pipes and a valve and chain and a door and a bird and water.
Was this door? It sounded like this door's accessibility was a bit questionable, or was that my interpretation?
Or can we just go right up to the door?
You can walk up to the door,
Oh,
yeah, but
okay.
all these pipes are blocking you from it. You can
Yeah,
sort
of
of
course.
just
Oh, I see.
about squeeze a finger through to touch the door handle, and it's there. It's a door, but you're definitely not getting out this way.
Okay.
Nice. This is okay because I heard the word chains somewhere
Yeah.
distinctly.
Which means we have some links.
Yes. Can we
Uh,
take a look at the chainy bits?
Yeah, is the chain reachable?
Yeah, the chain is sort of wrapped around one of the lower pipes, and you sort of easily unwrap it and hold it in your hands.
We
Right.
run out! We get out of the water area completely. Who needs it?
I don't want a lynx.
We head back to the links. It's in a glass cage. It can't get out.
What do you mean it's in a glass cage?
It will be once we summon it. Can we head back to the glass cage with the links in our hand
Yep.
and the scroll in our other hand and say, links, 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 links?
The chains warp and meld, and poof, there is a lynx in front of you. And again, it seems quite friendly. It just sort of climbs into the glass cage, curls up, and goes to sleep.
See, they're all having fun,
Hey.
Danny. They're relaxed. They're cool
I
guys.
don't really know how to draw one of these, so oh well. I didn't know how to draw a bed bug either.
All right.
Dust mite. Sorry, not a bed bug.
That's 2 down of things that we first saw to do. Okay, back to the fish room. Link's summoned. Back to the fish room. The valve, is that accessible from where we are?
Yep, the valve is sort of right in the middle of the wall. All the pipes seem to lead into it, but it is sort of perfect height for reaching.
Great. I mean, before we mess with the valve, is there anything, if we like explicitly kind of decide to look at the pipes, is there any pattern that we can see? Is there anything interesting, or it is just like a Windows screensaver worth of pipes?
Yeah, basically. It's just there's so many of these things, like you can't really distinguish anything.
Well, Danny, what would you like to do?
It feels like we try to rotate a valve and
See what happens?
if anything.
I love it.
Yeah, so you sort of put your hands on the valve and you give it a wrench and it will not move.
Okay.
You look at it, you sort of give it another pull. It looks like clean, there's no rust. It looks like it should go really, really easily, and it just is not moving.
It's just too heavy for us. We need some bare arms.
All right. And the bird, is there any way for us to interact with this bird right now? Or is it just out of reach?
It's out of reach. It's up sort of top of the water, the
And
fake water.
speaking of out of reach, a piece of paper that was floating around.
It's up there with the bird.
Yeah,
Not
can
like
we
with the bird, but they're both
Sure.
up there.
How quickly can you train a fish to grab stuff for you?
It takes a while, I think.
No.
Mm.
Well, it seems to me there's nothing else that we can do off the bat over here.
Yeah, I assume none of the fish look like they come pre-trained.
No, they're all just very generic fish.
I love generic fish almost as much as I love generic tree.
Yeah, like salmon, lungfish,
Whoa,
red
whoa, whoa,
herrings,
whoa.
all of them.
Well, let's go to the reptile area.
Bloody lungfish, they keep happening.
Yeah, these lungfish keep popping up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reptile area?
Sounds great.
Let's head over to the reptiles.
I am much less scared of the scariest reptiles than I am of bears.
This room, also very weird. Not underwater, but it's completely in black and white and shades of grey.
Ooh.
You see some sort of lizards lying in sort of a patch on the floor. And the only thing not in black and white is in the centre of the room, and it's a large metal tin of watercolours.
Oh.
Interesting.
Watercolors feel like they produce color, but they go best when they're in a watery environment. Are any of these lizards particularly exciting to us right now, or do they look like they'll be more exciting when they're in color?
They all look pretty similar, to be honest. They've all got kind of a spotty pattern, and you can have a look at that spotty pattern.
Ooh.
Nice. Let's
Yeah.
have a look at these lizards. All right. For people at home, you can also see these.
Oh, they're perfect. They look like cave
They
paintings.
look like dead monkeys. No, they look lovely. Ooh. Okay, so we're looking at lizards. They've all got little lizard hands and little lizard feet and long lizard tails and dots all over them. But some of them have symbols, clearly, right?
Yeah, some of their patterns look a little numbery.
Like if I zoom in, one of these lizards says 51, another says
5 and
92,
1, 9 and 2,
11, 11, 11, 2, 10, 4.
3, 1.
3,
yeah,
1,
okay, so they've all
5,
got
4.
a pair of numbers on them.
What about this guy?
Oh,
5, 7.
7. Yeah, that's a 7.
9, 6, nothing.
What?
This guy has nothing on him. Oh no,
you
it's
sure?
3, 6. 8, 7, and 8, 11. So they all have like a shoulder number and a hip number.
Sure, we can call them that.
And with the highest one is 11,
Interesting.
which makes me think not necessarily like whenever I see letters like this, I always think numbers like this. I think letters. I think maybe it's the nth letter, but going up to
Doesn't seem
11
likely.
doesn't feel.
But having them
doesn't feel
paired
right.
up like that also doesn't. There are repeats, so it's not sequencing in that sort of way.
I wonder if it's a color-based thing. If this is a
Could be.
if a color by numbers,
by numbers?
pile of lizards.
Could be.
Can we check out these watercolors?
You open it up, it's sort of a massive sort of dry circles of paint. There's paintbrushes in the lid, and there's a little cheat sheet, I guess, inside telling you what all the colours are. And they're all weird. You've got like sanguine, viridian, ochre, got all these colours, hundreds of colours.
Not 11 colors.
No, you have a lot of colours.
Interesting. Well, there's something to do with these lizards, and there's something to do with these watercolors.
These are interesting. Do you think that
Unless it's a very poorly designed room. I know, I just thought it'd be funny to have colors and lizards in a section.
Do you think that we should keep exploring? Like go to the last 2 sections before doubling down on anything in particular?
Maybe. Maybe there will be a bit more. Because of that chain links part, maybe we will find a bit more if we keep continue. Although we do have watercolors and water, but
It's true.
I don't know if we make the water sanguine, I don't think it's going to help that much.
Oh, God.
Let's head to the birds.
Sure.
Going into the birds, you walk past the stairs to the insect exhibit, and as you do, you hear a buzzing coming from the top of the stairs, and you look up to see this swarm of bees just kind of milling about up there.
Aw.
And as you kind of take a few steps towards them, their buzz grows even louder, and as you sort of step back, they kind of calm down again. And you're like, "Ooh,
Okay.
that's not good."
Yeah, they don't like us.
Yeah, so you carry on into the bird exhibit. So the bird exhibit, again, these sort of glass cases around the walls, all of them full of birds. There's sort of a black and white tiled floor, and you'd swear that earlier this was just like a nice regular checker pattern, but the tiles seem to have moved and you can't quite see the pattern from here. But yeah, they're definitely shifted around somewhat. And over some of the tiles are floating birds' nests, just sort of bobbing gently in
Ooh.
midair.
That's cute.
Okay, so my thought here: if the floor has some pattern that we can't quite see from here,
We'll have to get
we
it
have
from
to go
above.
up through the bees.
These
So if we
are
grab our
angry bees, right?
scroll and then light up a cigarette and smoke for a little bit, that'll produce enough. We'll create smoke.
What homophone do you think?
Smoke and smoke. To smoke and the noun smoke.
Okay.
And then we'll have smoke that we can smoke the bees with.
I see.
Probably not. I don't think that's going to be.
Doesn't feel right.
That's not going to work.
Or any now some birds are big old thieves, so I think that if any of these birds' nests are within examining range, we should take a
Yeah,
peek.
can we see these birds' nests?
Yeah, they are all within examining range. You can sort of just grab them. They're floating gently, so you can sort of pull them towards you. If you let them go, they'll float back. But yeah, so looking at them, they all at first seem to be just regular birds' nests, but looking closely, you can see some of them have got little strips of paper woven into them.
Yeah.
And you kind of go around like looking at all these paper. And then one of them you find, you pull it down, and this isn't a nest at all. This is just a wig that's sort of upside down.
Amazing, that's hair.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious.
We've got our hair, but is any of this paper like, can we patch it back together like a jigsaw puzzle to see if there's an old hidden note they ripped apart or something?
Yeah, so sort of pulling the bits of paper out of the nest, you see that sort of each nest has its own little bit of paper. And as you put them back together, there's these sentences, but they don't really make sense. They're just like really weird. You're kind of like, oh, I wonder what we should do with those.
Oh. All right, well, we got some scraps. Well, let's do the hair, shall we?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I mean, may just tick it off at the very least.
Yeah,
Can
for
we
sure.
run back to the mammal section to where the hair is missing, hold the scroll, hold the wig, and say hair?
Yeah, and as you do, again, it warps, it shifts, and there's a hair. And as you sort of very delicately sort of place the hair in the glass case, you notice that the lynx seems to be waking up. And it looks at the hair, and the hair looks at the lynx, and the hair jumps out of your arms and it runs. And the bear looks at the lynx, and the lynx chases the hair, and the bear turns around, and the tree gets knocked over, and the bees all fly away as the tree lands on the stairs, and something flutters out of it. And the lynx and the hare and the bear are running around, and you're running after the hare, and you grab the hare, and you put it in the cage, and you grab the lynx by the scruff of the neck, and you shove it back in the glass case. And the bear seems to have calmed down, and you're able to sort of gently shoo it back to the plinth.
Well, that was
Yeah.
a nightmare.
You just sort of stood in the chaos.
And the worst thing, Danny, is while that was all happening, the fox ate the chicken and the chicken got all the grain. This is terrible.
All I was thinking.
This is terrible
It's
news.
Embarrassing.
Hey, it sounds like the bees ran away when the tree fell at them.
Yeah, can we go back to the stairs and see what happened to that tree? Stuff started falling out of it.
It did. On your way up the stairs, you notice that a piece of paper has fallen out of the upper branches of the tree. And yeah, all the bees have been scared away back to the insect exhibit.
Sorry, guys.
Amazing.
Girls,
All right, well,
probably.
first of all, can we have a look at this tree paper?
You can.
For people at home, you can check out this tree paper yourself. But, ooh, what?
Glyph of translation. The text is getting fancier with each piece of paper we find.
Specifically, the fanciness and colouring of this glyph of translation makes it the same as the spell of creation. They're a similar vibe.
Yeah.
So clearly it's another magical spell. This glyph of it's a glyph of translation. And look how in the left of it, there's like a circle pattern.
Yeah, everything here is hexagon based, which makes me think of bees, just off topic. It's like lots of hexagons and parts of hexagons connected by various lines to make, oh God, I can't tell. When you look at it, it's also like a bunch of pieces of 3D cubes that have been put together. There's so many ways if you just shift your eyes to look at it. But there is
really
one
reminds
complete
me-
hexagon with all its little diagonals drawn in that reminds Bill of the circle of letters that
Although
we
now I
had.
look at the circle of letters,
It's not.
there are 6 of them, but
It's
they're not lined up the same way.
impossible. Well, I mean, they would be lined up to possibly fit in the triangles.
Oh, in the triangles. Maybe.
Yeah, the triangle's made up of the diagonals.
So,
of the
yeah, just the
hexagon.
way this is spread out, like for example, that X at the bottom of the letters that are carved on the tree kind of looks like it would match up to this
The
bottom
very
hexagon,
which
of
has
this glyph
one
of
triangle drawn in it.
Yeah.
It's not
And
impossible.
the U, like, there's a similarity here that I can't quite figure out.
I think that it's definitely worth keeping in mind, but again, it's hexagon. So, are you looking at it and having your eyes shift and turning it into cubes?
Oh, so many cubes. It's
That's-
covered in cubes.
My head hurts.
Cubes everywhere.
But yeah, it's hexagon, so I do want to go up and investigate B-Town because I think hexagons,
Yes,
I think beehives.
you're right. Hives and hexagons.
Yeah,
But it does match to me with a vagueness.
I think that's totally fair, but I still wouldn't know what to do
The
with it,
letters on
even
the
if we
trees.
could fit the two
No,
together.
because how would it translate? Now we just know that there are letters
Yeah.
in shapes, possibly, would be the best we get out of it. Not necessarily what that means. But I do think there's a connection there.
Yeah. And as you have specifically said, letters and shapes, I'm going to say you pull a pen out of your pocket and you start filling it in, just because making you do this yourself felt cruel.
Hey!
Oh, lovely. So we have a layered version here.
Oh,
Wonderful.
that's nice.
Okay, so if we layer the two on top of each other, which feel free to try yourself at home, but yes, I think it's perfectly lovely that we didn't have to. We've got all of these letters fit into various parts of this glyph of translation. So in the top hexagon, which is like a big hexagon with one diamond cut out on the left, there is a U. The E and the D are on a hexagon that's split
That's been cut in half
diagonally.
across
The
one
B and the
diagonal.
C are in a hexagon that's split vertically. There's a T in a hexagon off to the left
Which also has a diamond chunk
with a diamond.
separated out. But
Same
yeah,
with the
so
V on the right.
Every one of them looks a little bit different, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
if we get given a piece of hexagon somewhere else, we'll be able to ascribe it a specific letter and there shouldn't be ambiguity.
Yes. I think this will be a way to translate something later
That's great.
by connecting a shape that we see into this glyph of translation to give it a letter.
I don't think we've seen any particular shapes yet.
No, but as you're saying, bees and hives and hexagons and bees.
You never know. We've still got a B-Town to view.
Let's go up to the insect
I
section.
think that's a great idea.
So you go up to the insect section. It looks more normal than the rest of the place.
Taxidermying insects seems like its
It's
own
just
unique
ridiculous.
challenge.
Yeah, they're all like, the little butterflies behind glass,
Yeah.
sort of pinned up, that kind of thing. There's also what used to be sort of a large section of beehive that was kind of dry and empty, but now it's got all these bees have sort of flown back into it.
Yay!
You can also look over the balcony and see the bird exhibit below you.
That's a great idea.
All right, let's look at the...
You want to look down over the
Yeah.
bird exhibit to see what's going on
let's
with that floor?
Look down. We'll always be escaping.
Yeah, you look down, and so the brown blobs are the nests, and this is what the pattern of tiles looks like.
All right, again, for people at home, you can see this pattern of tiles.
Wow.
Oh, that's a crossword. So it's a big, like, base black grid. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wide and more than that down. It's a big, big pattern where the base color is black, but there are strips of white all along it that look like a crossword grid.
Amazing.
There's, for example, a 6-letter across spacing. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-letter down situation.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 birds' nests.
There are 11
in
birds'
here.
nests, and they were always at the starts of words. So, there were random sentences
We
in
had
the birds'
random
nests.
sentences.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we kept any memory of which bird papers came from which nests.
But I hope they look
But
like
I-
crossword clues.
I hope we do.
You absolutely did.
Oh,
There you go.
beautiful. All right. So our bird paper is going to be a series of crossword clues.
Oh boy. Wait, escape. I don't know how often my escape room brain and my crossword brain actually intersect with each other, so it's not the first time I've had to test it, but let's find out.
You should be able to fill in the answers on this. I should have given you
Yeah.
editing permission. So
You say that.
All right. All right. So we have a bunch of clues, sort of 12 clues, right? There's 2 11s. So we've got a bunch of clues.
Oh, I've got one down. I love one down already.
I haven't even looked at them yet.
Too bad. I'm already there.
Stop going so quickly.
I'm in.
All right, so for people playing along at home, there's a bunch of these clues. One down, Danny apparently already has. It's long. It is Sidekick's Fabergé decoration is a shade of blue, and it's 5
apostrophe
1 comma
3.
3. Like, I would assume a sidekick would be Robin, Batman's sidekick.
Yep.
And a Fabergé decoration is an egg.
Yeah.
Which is a way of getting a description for a shade of blue, Robin's egg.
Yeah.
So the answer is R. O.
If you like hearing
B.
us do these on our Patreon, right? On our Patreon?
Yep.
We do a lot of cryptic crosswords.
All right, we got Robin's egg. That means that 3 across
Starts with O.
Starts with the O from Robin.
That's weird.
So 3 across. This burrito range contains fruit flavor.
Nice.
6 letters, starts with O.
Love it.
I mean, is it just orange?
It is. That's in burrito range.
Oh,
Burrito
because
range
so again, these are all
contains-
cryptic crossword style clues. So in this case, the definition would be fruit flavor,
Yep.
orange, and the construction is this burrito range contains, and it is contained within burrito range, burrito-orange. Orange is the answer. Two down is another clue. We got the E as the second letter of 2 down, is a 6-letter clue.
E is not a helpful letter, but it's all we've got.
Shout in pain, cowboy coward. Shout in pain, cowboy coward. Huh. Oh, got it.
Oh, no.
So this is the double definition, sort of double clue sort of thing.
Oh, really?
Where one is is like shout in pain, and
what
the other is
what a
cowboy-
cowboy calls a coward.
what a cowboy would call a coward. If you're a cowboy, what would you say?
Yell ow!
So it is yellow.
Oh, that's good.
Yellow is a cowboy coward, but yell ow is to shout in pain.
I love it. I was sitting here going, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. I was thinking yeehaw as well. That gives us another letter for 5 across. 5 across is a 5-letter clue. Boron deficiency causes darkness. And the second letter is L.
I'm comfortable with this one.
Ooh, I'm assuming it's not going to be boron deficiency, but boron could just be B.
Yes, on the
Shorten
periodic
that down
table,
to
it's B.
the elemental symbol B. And then deficiency could be lack.
Mm-hmm.
And then black causes darkness.
Yep.
If it is black, it is dark. B-L-A-C-K. 6 down. It starts with the C from black.
Only
it is
4
a
letters.
4-letter clue.
Almond poison is partly pigment. I think I feel okay with that.
Almond poison is partly pigment. Partly pigment makes me want to... Oh, yes, got it.
So almond poison, I've read enough Agatha Christie to assume we're talking about cyanide. Yeah.
Cyanide, a poison that tastes like almond.
And is partly...
Yeah, it's only partly that because it's just cyan, which is a
Yeah.
pigment.
We are doing a lot of colour work here, so this feels like it's going to get back to our watercolours at some point.
Yes, that's true as well. Oh, up to 11. Up to 11 is that was
Oh,
our
you're
those
right,
were our
those lizards, they went up
lizards.
to 11.
They went up to 11.
Oh, well done.
So we'll know which colours to associate with the lizards that have the paintings of the colours and the painters on their back of the dots of the dots of the watercolours in the crossword clue. It all makes
Amazing.
sense. It's all coming together.
Well, let's find out. I still have one question, but let's keep going.
Let's look at 8 across because we have a letter. May as
Okay.
well stick to ones where
All
we
right,
have
all
at least one letter.
So this one's 7 letters, and the very middle letter is an E.
That's the E from Robin's egg. We're on the other side of Robin's egg now.
Printer ink smeared name tag.
Printer ink smeared name tag. Smeared makes me want to rearrange something, and name tag is 7 letters.
And
If I
Oh,
smear
what are
up the
what are
letters
the
of name
colours of
tag?
printer ink? YCMK,
Magenta.
Nice.
That's the M in. So magenta is a type of printer ink, and if we smear name tag, as in rearrange the letters, make it all smeared and obscured, you could rearrange name tag into magenta.
If you're ever stuck in a cryptic crossword, just try anagramming stuff. It'll
Yeah.
50% of the time be the only thing you need.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Magenta. Brilliant. Okay.
So now we can do 4 down. We've
4
got one
down.
of the A's.
It has an A as its second last letter, the A from magenta, or the first A from magenta. Carol is confused. This sea plant is actually an animal? 5 letters.
Okay, great.
Well, yeah, Carol, if you confuse that, rearrange it, you get coral.
Yep, confused, another anagram. And certainly
Okay.
a great paint color as well.
7
Coral's
down is a
nice.
long one. It is an 8-letter clue, and the second letter is the A from the final
The other
A
A
from
from
Magenta.
Magenta. 7 down. Neverland cuts north, gets mixed up, and finds flowers. Ooh, okay.
Well, if we took Neverland,
And we
And
got
we
rid
cut
of the N
north,
for north.
N for north, you cut that out, we have Everland, which is 8 letters.
Yeah.
So then we take Everland, we mix it up to rearrange it, and we get some kind
Got
of
it.
flower.
I was worried, but I thought that rearranging Everland sounded like too much, but I saw it.
Does it start with V?
No.
Does it start with R?
No.
Does it start with N?
No.
Does it start with D?
No.
Oh. Does it start with E?
No.
Doesn't start with A.
No.
I said all the other letters.
No,
N?
you didn't.
Did I say
Back
N?
me up here, Alec.
There is one letter left.
What didn't I say?
L.
L. I said L. It's lavender. Because I know how to spell it because it's an anagram of Everland.
Mhm. Okay, just a couple more to go. A little baby 3-letter for 9 across. Just a little baby 3-letter.
9 across ends with the N from lavender. Odd train has been in the sun. I've got it.
Great. Love it.
Odd is a classic thing you see in a cryptic crossword. It means take every odd letter, so the first, the third, the fifth. And every odd letter of train is tan. And if
The
you're
T, the N,
tan,
the N.
you've been in
That's
the sun. Okay, 10 across.
So, well, this one starts with a D from lavender, and it is 5 letters long. I'm following the lion's lair to get jeans. Oh, beautiful.
I'm following the lion's. Well, lion's lair would be a den, right? And then I'm is just I am. So
Yeah.
if I'm is following den, you get den I'm, which is denim, which is jeans.
Denim.
All right. We have 2 clues for 11.
Just the 11s.
Now, they are not. Oh, no, they're marked in length because one is marked 4 long and the other's 3 long. So we know which one is the across, 4.
Oh, yeah.
And down, 3. So the across, that is 4 letters long, ends with the E from lavender. And the clue is Titanic heroine ascended. Got it. It is the construction of this, Danny. Is
Oh, it's a double clue.
it's a double
just
clue.
a double clue.
One of them is ascended, and one of them is Titanic,
heroine.
The heroine from Titanic.
My problem was I was sitting here going, Kate,
Well, too
that's
bad.
not a colour.
It's rose, which also means ascended.
Now we've just got a 3-letter one left. What's a 3-letter colour? I'm not even looking at the clue. What do we think?
A
this is?
3-letter color.
Shut up.
It starts with R.
Shut up.
And there's the word communist in the
Shut
clue.
up. I didn't read the clue.
Even friends are communist. The even letters of friends would be the 2nd, 4th, and 6th letter, which are R, E, and D, to get red for communist. So we now have associations between these colours
Yeah.
and... Sorry, these numbers and colours. And then we have, therefore, an association between colours and lizards. And therefore, we can associate watercolours and lizards, so we can repaint these lizards.
That's pretty amazing. My question, do we have anything? What are we going to do separating the two? Well, actually, the two 11s are both reddish, aren't they? So
Well,
it might
we'll
not make
find
a difference.
out.
But yeah, so there's that. Do we want to look at the beehive while we're here?
Yes, let's look at... We can do this whenever we want. Let's have a look at the beehive while we're here.
Beehive, you're getting another image.
Woohoo.
It's quite an image-heavy room, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's all right. We're having fun.
Okay. This is an advantage. I don't know if you've noticed, Bill, are you posting the images and the documentation for these rooms on our website a little bit early?
In
for
advance?
anyone
Yes,
who
I
might be
am.
willing to find it. So, if you are having trouble keeping up and going and scrolling, you can look at these in advance.
Well, not now. Now it's already out.
You can look at next week's in advance.
All right. We have a bunch of bees.
These aren't quite how I expected this to work.
So we have this big section of hexagonal beehive town, and we have bees hanging out in these sections. For example, one of them has a bee on the right. You could fit 6 bees if you went all the way around, like each bee's butt touching one flat side of a hexagon.
Yeah, that's a great way of describing
So
it.
the first one is a single bee butt.
You think that? Okay.
What?
Oh, so you're going from the top left across.
Yeah, I'm going from the
I wasn't
top
sure
left
it could have
across.
been like one sort of snaky line from the
Oh,
bottom.
it could be one snaky
but
line from the bottom.
That's totally fair.
We can do one snaky line from the bottom if you like.
Yeah, let's go snaky line on the bottom.
Okay, it's
Either
the
way,
same
it's the
starting
same.
letter. Perhaps. So do we, how would we interpret? Okay, if it's just a single B
We search for...
on the right
Yeah.
of a hexagon,
Yeah, let's take a look.
to me,
At-
that implies it's got to be an S.
Translation. Where is S?
So the S is in that circle of PO or NOPQRS, where it explicitly takes up a right
I think
single
that
section
seems
chunk
fair.
of a hexagon.
Okay.
So I
willing to
think
go with
that
that
B is an S.
Great. And if we're wrong, we'll find out.
The next one would be 1, 2, 3, 4 Bs taking up the bottom right, the top right, and the top left
Yeah, I think I remember seeing where
sides
that one
of
was.
a hexagon, making it
The T.
The T. Yeah, that's how many sides of a hexagon are taken up by T on our glyph of translation. So it says ST, then it's bottom left, which I believe is O,
Nice.
STO, then it's just a single B on the left, which must be P. So it says stop. That's great.
I like how this is going so far.
And then back to S. And then it's the full right half of a hexagon,
Okay. Full
which would
right.
be C.
Nice.
Stop.
And then we've got a full circle.
And then a
full circle of Bs.
That'd be an A, I
Oh,
believe.
they're all so happy. You're right.
An A takes up a full hexagon.
Stop, scary bear. That's what we're going to learn.
And then the bottom two
Two little kissing
must
bees.
be an L, right?
Yeah, I think
Bottom
that's
two
right.
sections of a thingy.
Seems good. And
And then
top right
then the
three.
top right three must be the E.
Yep.
And then the final one is an S again.
Stop scales.
Stop scales?
Stop scales. Or scales pots. Hard to be sure.
Although,
Stop
what did you
Spots
find?
and scales.
What else
That's
did
a
you
good
find in this
word.
area?
Ah, yes. So what this is yeah. Because if you go from that top left, which was our original thought, right?
We would
If you
get-
go across, you get scales, and if you go down, you get spots.
Right.
So it's actually, when we see a lizard, the across number would be on its spots, and the down number would be on its
Would be
scales.
on the rest of the scales. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I feel good
And
about
that'll
this
help us
now.
differentiate between the 11s.
Yes.
The one that has two 11s is
You're
both.
absolutely right.
But yeah, so that's great. This is
exciting.
fantastic. Okay, so we know how to paint. Now we have a full instruction of how to paint our lizards. That's got to be what we do.
That feels good. Was there anything else up here before we dash back downstairs, or?
Nope, you have got everything you need from up
Yes.
here.
Okay, then I guess we need to rush downstairs. Do we need to just take the watercolors and thrust them into the fish section?
Oh, yeah, does
wet
that
them
help
up?
us make it? 'Cause you
I
said-
don't know how. It's been a long time.
Do we
since I've
need
used
water
watercolours.
from the fish section to make these watercolors work?
Yeah, so you sort of pull the paintbrush out, you sort of try and do the watercolors, but they are completely dry. You go to the fish section, you hold the watercolors in, you pull them back out. They're still dry, because when you walked in there earlier, you didn't get wet.
You're right.
Oh yeah. So where do we get water?
What are some options again?
We got
Thinking
that
back to
valve.
homophones. Wet is not impossible. How hungry is the bear?
Can we
Bear
whet
seems
its
to be chill
appetite?
at this point.
Damn.
Yeah, so in the fish room, there is a bird and a piece of paper that you haven't investigated yet.
Right.
That is true. Can we do anything with that bird?
What?
What does a bird want? It wants fish.
This is
Yeah.
going to require
this is-
some ingenuity that I haven't thought about yet. Got to stretch to a
Yeah,
different
so
part of my
you
brain.
look up at the bird. It is very distinctive, like it's sort of colouring and everything, but you swear you've seen a bird like it before, but you just can't quite remember what it is.
Nothing in the bird display had types of birds listed, did they?
Oh no, it did. All the birds had labels on saying
Oh,
what they were.
amazing! Can we find a
Yes.
bird that is the same as as the bird that we see?
You can, and weirdly, this case seems to be full. Whatever this bird in the fish room is, it doesn't seem to have come from the
It's
case.
just a real bird.
Yeah, which identifies it as an Arctic tern, Tern.
Arctic tern.
Cutie.
Okay. Can we hold the scroll of of creation and then just start turning and say turn?
I assumed we needed that for turning the valve.
Oh yeah, let's turn the valve.
We can't turn the
Oh,
valve.
we can't turn the valve.
Yeah, so going back in the room, looking up at this turn, looking at the valve, you're like, somehow this strange magic has taken the turning from the valve and made it a bird, and I am going to turn it back. And as you say, turn it back,
Right.
the bird
Yeah, there was a reversal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just do the same with the credit. We got to grab that bird and turn it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that as the bird dives in for the fish, you grab it out the air and you're like, turn.
Get rotated,
And the
idiot.
and the bird melts and warps and it flows back into the valve, and you grab the valve and you spin it, and the water starts to drain from the room.
That means right now, if we found a mannequin, we wouldn't be able to take its clothes off. While there's still a bear in the world. Amazing.
Oh, well. Well, I don't know how much water exactly drained. There were fish everywhere.
Yeah, as the water drains, as the water sort of passes the fish, they sort of gently float back to chill in their cases. And as the water reaches the floor, the room is once again completely dry, and there's just a piece of paper that was floating on the surface.
Okay.
Right
Let's
in
get
front of
that piece of paper.
That
What does it
sounds
say?
good.
Okay, we have our...
New spell.
It's a new spell. It's the spell of water.
Oh, that's handy.
That's exactly what we needed. How coincidental.
Step the first. Roll. Sorry, that needs.
You tried to roll your R.
I can't do
and
it.
You can't do it, so you just said
Sorry.
harol. Harol. I can't not do it.
Roll.
You can do it. One more time.
I can't. I'm sorry. It's like clicking.
Roll this scroll into a tube. Pour water from it. To remove water, place the tube into existing water and it will be siphoned away. So we just roll the scroll and pour the water.
That seems.
Yep, you
pretty
give it a
sure.
go. Water comes out. You suck it back up again. You've got a magic scroll of water.
Amazing. Can we go to the
Fancy.
watercolors and water them?
You absolutely can. You get the paintbrushes out. You sort of start doing the waters, cleaning them up, and you've got all these paints. And yeah, like I
Functional
said,
paint.
yeah,
Okay.
and you can match the list of very complicated colors to each of the paints.
Let's do it.
So-
Amazing.
Now, okay, I suppose we should go through this properly to make sure we've got it right. So we know that it's scales are the across and spots are the down. Let me just get my situation here.
Okay, so like the first lizard up in the top
First
left
lizard has a
says
5 and a
1.
1, which means could we paint his scales black and his
Spots.
spots
Robin's egg blue.
Robin's egg blue.
Yep, you do so, and the lizard seems to sort of come to life in your hand and scuttle back off to your case.
Amazing.
Wow. I gotta say, a black lizard with light blue spots. That's a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Definitely poisonous.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
bear's starting to look better and better, isn't it, Danny?
No, it's poisonous, not venomous. It's fine.
The 9 and the 2 would be tan scales and yellow spots,
Yep.
etc., etc. The rose and red 1111.
Are there any that you would like us to not, etc., etc.?
Yeah, there any here that are extra
No,
puzzles?
it seems like you've got everything in order.
Beautiful.
So
We
yeah, it's
paint
just-
the lizards. Painting the
Yes.
lizards red.
Yeah, this is
Painting
cathartic.
the lizards red.
yeah, and as you paint the final 1111 lizard, it's very similar in color, rose and red, but it sort of scuttles away, and you realize that it was lying on a piece of paper.
Ooh, I checked the paper. Again, for people at home, you can see the spell of resolution.
Oh no!
This will resolve it. It'll be fine.
Oh no!
Return all within the area to their true states. Bring the scrolls to the center of the room and discover the magic word and bring it into existence. Okay, so we have to...
Oh, boy.
What constitutes their true states? Presumably before we transform them, right?
Probably.
Well, the turn we've already reversed, right? If we're
Yes,
thinking about
we fixed the
reversing the
turn.
spells, we fixed the turn. That's
Yep.
done already.
Okay, is it just the animals?
It might just be the animals.
Okay,
Anything that we've done a spell to, I think.
that's cool. All right.
So, can we go to the bear?
Why with this? All right, so here's the problem. We needed to hold the object.
But we just hold the bear, that's fine.
Yeah.
We hug the bear goodbye because it's been such a good friend and we say bear.
Nothing happens because the bear has now returned. You saved
Oh,
the
wonderful.
bear from being transformed
We
into a mannequin.
unbared the bear. Okay. And we
Yes.
unhaired the hair.
Yeah.
And we
Yep.
unlinks to the links.
Okay,
And we unturned the turn.
great.
Yeah.
Or do we need to return the turn? Should it
no,
be an animal?
all-
No, that's fine.
No, all the turns in the glass case were present. This was just a bonus turn that got magically created from
So I think
the
we're...
valve.
Are
Is
we
there anything
good?
else that we haven't?
Oh, we never checked the pipes in the door and things like that.
You're right. We still,
may-
but
Maybe that's what's going to happen as we resolve. That's
this
our
is
way
true.
out.
yeah, is there anything else that we haven't turned from suspicious states.
Well, why don't we find out by bringing all the scrolls to the center of the room and see if anything happens?
That will let us know.
Yeah, so you bring all the scrolls to the center of the room, you have a look around, everything's back in its cases, the fish, the lizards, the bees, the mammals, and as you hold the scrolls up, they warp and twist in a way that's so familiar to you now, and you have a small child's puzzle book in your hand. And looking through, you see that it's been filled out in your handwriting.
Oh,
Ugh.
I'm the child. So we've got, we're back to that connections page we saw before.
Got a homophone page again.
Page 1, connections. Homophones are words that sound the same as another word but have different meaning. Can you connect the homophones?
And now the rest of the page, we can see that there are circles with lines connecting them, and they've got
Bear to bear.
They've got animal faces. They've got chain links to
Links to links,
face.
hair to hair, and it says turn 180, which is odd because I would want to turn it 90 and see a big letter A.
Turn it 180. It looks like a P.
Oh, it does look like a P. More than an A. It's a better P than it is an A. Okay, so if we turn that whole thing 180, it's a P.
Interesting.
I'm going to put P in one big letter on the,
And
on the
that
side
was
of my
just
page.
page 1 of this kid's notebook.
Well, we have to find the magic word.
Can I just say, of all of these, like, obviously, the links look badass. It looks like Iron Man created it.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the hair.
Now, when you say the hair,
The swishy, flowy hair around
wig.
that person's face.
nice.
Thank you.
Doesn't it look like it's just
I
being
kind of
tossed?
like the hair.
Yeah, it's cool too. But I'm just surprised by how much I like
Hmm.
the locks hair.
Wonderful.
Not like the locks of the chain.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They're links.
Let's go to page 2.
Let's go to page 2. It's a crossword.
It's not the one that we filled out though.
This is a different crossword, and it says frog and gorilla and dolphin and scorpion and octopus and rhino and penguin and tiger and emu and bear and bee.
Can you fill in the grid with the right animals? Have a look around the exhibits to learn some fun facts that might help you.
And it says Ktoprin korpi pengu.
All right, that sounds exciting. Well, I see Pengu, and I want a penguin to be part of this. But either way, there's more to this page. Scroll down,
yeah.
we've got the actual clues.
Did someone get this wrong?
Let's find out.
3 across. This 8-legged animal lives in the sea and is a type of cephalopod.
That's an octopus.
Octopus, that's fine.
Amphibian, tadpole, not a toad. Frog.
That's frog, that's
Great.
fine.
They're doing okay.
This large mammal has a name that means nose horn.
That's a rhino.
Is a rhino, that's fine.
I noticed a lot of the letters that were in pink that we said before, the Katoparin Korpi Pengu, we've got a lot of rhino written in there.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of penguin and a
Yeah.
lot of octopus. We could take the letters that aren't included. I just want to check whether or not this is filled in correctly first.
Okay.
This insect commonly lives in hives, but some types live by themselves. B.
Will be. Lives in the sea, but as a mammal, not a fish. So it'll be a dolphin or a whale. That's the dolphin.
That's
Great.
dolphin. This mammal is a type of big cat with striped fur.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a liger,
That's true.
and
We
it
have
wouldn't
no way
it
of
would still
knowing.
fit within the context. This arachnid has a venomous sting in its tail.
Scorpion.
Scorpion. These creatures are the largest living primates.
Gorillas.
Gorilla.
Nice.
This bird can't fly but can swim very well. Penguin.
Pingu.
Types of this mammal live in the Arctic, North and South America, Europe and Asia. Bear.
Fair enough.
And this flightless bird lives in Australia and is the second largest bird in the world.
Emu. Great.
Okay, so those seem correct. So let's do the missing letters. In red, it says C-top, rin, korpi, pengu.
Yeah, you can give that.
If C-top were part of octopus, it would be O-U-S. Does that mean anything? Does that help us at all?
Not
Like
impossible.
O-U-S, then the O from rhino, then what's up with korpi? From scorpion. So S-O-N.
So is it just are some of those letters? I'm just trying to think. Like again.
Oh. No, look. If you just take the C-top part
Yeah.
and just draw that out like a line, right? You take these squares. C-top down to korpi. We've got rin
Which it goes exactly the same amount across as C-top did.
and pengu. We have a big A.
Amazing.
Right?
That looks good.
If we take just those sections of the grid, we get a big
That's cool.
capital A. So we have PA,
Page 3.
page 3.
P3.
Colouring and counting. There is a simple drawing of some lizards in a jungle. They seem to be coloured with the colours you used before.
This is because I did not want to make that drawing.
That's very fine. Colour in the picture however you like, and then count up how many lizards there are in the picture. There are 12 lizards. And we've circled the W.
W.
So I have PAW? Do you reckon that's true, though? Maybe aren't 12 lizards. How many lizards are there? Just really quick. Oh, no, I lost my lizards. Oh, I closed my lizards.
There is also, like, circling a single letter. Well, we've had single letters represented as codes and things like that. I don't know. But...
Just in case, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
12.
There are 12 lizards.
Checks
Correct.
out.
It all makes sense. All right, so that'll be W. There are 12 lizards. PAW.
Okay, so we could just circle the W and see if that feels right.
I think that's fair.
It seems believable.
And then pipes. We have a lot of water-breathing animals on display. They don't need water right now, but they used to. Can you figure out which valve was the one to add water to the tank?
And we have indeed circled one of them. It's just like a little cute maze.
And the pipe
valves
is like
running
a
along
big
pipes.
S.
I agree. I think that looks like a big S, that pipe.
So the word is PAUSE. Pause. Even though they gave us PAWS.
Makes sense to me.
So we've discovered the magic word and bring it into existence. We stop moving.
Brilliant. And as you stop still
Shake
waiting...
hands with the bear.
Danny, you moved!
Yeah. You stop still waiting. The booklet heats up in your hands. The moment stretches on forever. And then suddenly the pressure lifts. You look at your stamped passport to see 2 small lines of paw prints surrounded by a circle appearing. The colour flows back to the lizard room. The tree sort of returns upright. And the pipes pull away, revealing a door. And you head out, and you have escaped.
Oh, we did it!
And as you leave, the door closes behind you, and a figure steps out of the shadows.
What?
Looking around at all you've done to put everything back. They pat the bear on the side and smile to themselves. A pity for them that not everyone goes back to sleep so easily, eh, my friend? The figure laughs quietly and then follows you out of the room.
Who's this creep?
Okay.
Who's this new creep?
All right, I guess I'm drawing a terrifying shadowy figure in the corner of my notes.
Thanks for listening to Escape This Podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we discuss the escape room we just did with the guest we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you enjoy the show, why not support it on Patreon? There's weekly bonus audio for our $5 donors, monthly videos for our $10 donors, monthly trivia for our $20 donors, and anyone at any level can appear as an NPC in one of the rooms that Danny designs. And thanks again for listening.